What makes you excited about augmented reality? Why AR?
I think like everybody, you just kind of grow up where you're seeing a lot of sci-fi, and what you're seeing is just things that don't exist in your world. It's a blending of the digital and the real world. So you're looking at stuff like Ready Player One, or even going all the way back to holograms that were in Star Wars. You're seeing and interacting with stuff in your actual real world, that can be any manner of things from fantasy characters to now with what we're doing, actual assistants that can help you. So I think it's just really enhancing reality, is why it's exciting for us.
Hmm. And do you think that AR has evolved to a little bit more than just entertainment? Like it's actually useful and it actually helps make the world a better place. Do you think we're getting to that place?
Definitely 100%. Initially, like when we started, even 4 years ago, it was really just a novelty, and even in the game market, it was sort of something where the technology wasn't there to really make it that useful. But one of the projects we've been working on is an application that lets blind people visualize their environment. So we've got proprietary computer vision systems that sort of see the entire environment, and let the user conversationally interact with an AI, and then using something we call acoustic vision, be able to visualize their environment and form a mental picture. And then, of course, we partnered with Immersal to use their technology, so we can actually use our safety features, such as the ability to not run into walls and avoid objects and people, but then also allow them to walk through like a whole building, so they could get turn by turn, acoustic navigation to a bathroom, a specific room, a desk, or anything like that.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, helping blind people navigate the physical world, it doesn't get much more useful than that. That sounds amazing. So can you talk a little bit about when did you first come across Immersal and what are your experiences?
Yeah, Immersal, we were actually doing the proof of concept in Seattle, Washington last year. We went in there and we ran into Yuha from Immersal. And before this point in time, we really were not into visual positioning. It just had too many flaws. It wasn't something we were looking at for any sort of a use case. But seeing Immersal's tech there, he showed like how it just the instant recognition of its position in 3D space, and the fact that you can move it around so much and it's not losing the tracking. Just instantly we were like, oh, I can think of so many use cases, specifically for the proof of concept we were doing, in indoor navigation, and mixing that with some of the computer vision that we do, and the artificial intelligence stuff. So that was initially how we got introduced to Immersal.
So 5 years from now, like how much better will the world be if we adopt this technology on a wide basis?
I would say even in 5 years, I think that you're going to see like the benefit to society. I mean, there's negatives as far as like the job market's going to change, but that's changed with every major advance that human society has had. But I think what you're really going to see is that people conversationally having access to knowledge, and not knowledge so much, but rather like the ability to learn for themselves. So, having the ability to have an AI with you that can navigate for you, that's going to save time. Having an AI with you that can show you how to do certain tasks. Now I'm learning knowledge, and I don't have that barrier of, maybe I am going to school, but when I talk to my professor, like I'm not understanding it in the right context. He doesn't speak to me the way that I want to speak to, but an AI can know who I am, and it knows my environment and what I'm doing. And it can speak to me and teach me the way that I need to learn. And it's there 24/7. So I'm not constrained by the pricing of having to pay a tutor, the pricing for a company of having to have extra staff on 3 different shifts and stuff like that. So I think on every level for people, there's going to be, something in their life that's just going to be better as far as like the amount of knowledge, how quickly they can get some stuff done, how unfrustrated they're going to be when they walk through a grocery store and they can actually get to their products right away without getting lost, which is my biggest use case that we're looking at with Immersal right now, because that pains me every time I go to a grocery store.
Gene, I am sold. I want that future that you just painted.
Awesome.